Happy Friday, Wilmington, Ohio, Clinton County, Wilmington 45177. So, many of you may or may not have had the opportunity to sift through Casey Pitzer's file that's posted openly. Um, the investigative files open to anyone to view on the Citizens Arrest page of Clinton County, Ohio. Citizens Arrest is located on Facebook, and you can of course, you have to be vetted, see if you're fake or not, because we have there was several of those, and we're still to this day working on getting the majority of them booted. So the story was that Mr. Reed and Hartley, I believe it was, they after getting Casey Pitzer in the car, they went down 73. No, they didn't. So now there's clear video footage that's been clarified, um, and I'm simply siding with Detective Baker's report because he also stated in his report to after viewing the same video that in fact they did not go down 73. That was his report, and I'm simply uh, having the same opinion as Mr. Baker. So, why am I to this opinion? Because you can plainly see in the video from the video footage, there's no cars. The cars didn't go down that road. That car didn't go down the road. 73. So there's a speed bump, and it kind of leads me to believe some other little or not believe, but look further into another theory that's been presented to me that I don't know. It's possible, but anyway, the car didn't go down the road, so there goes that complete narrative. But my question is this: we all know Detective Riley's a liar. I mean, he got caught by BCI lying in his sex scandal here in Wilmington, Ohio, in 2018, I believe it was. Got caught lying and sexually, assaulting and abusing women, according to the report and the victims. It was pretty disgusting. And anyway, so there's no doubt that there's some integrity issues there. Um, and I don't even know if that guy, if this county or the city prosecutor ever even made that dipshit a Brady officer. I don't know, or revoked his license for to do anything in public service in the future. I don't know, but anyway, so Detective Baker provides this report, and Detective Riley, he sides with the perps, with the people who lied on the polygraph. He's sticking with their story. Anybody tell me why he'd do that? Mr. Riley, you're more than welcome to pop on here and comment, or I'll have your fucking ass on this show. We can have lots of fun. But I have a feeling that would never happen. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I just think that what this city and county, some of these officials have put this father through is absolutely positively disgusting. And those of you who take offense to that, guess who doesn't give a shit? You deserve to feel the guilt, the shame, because you're shameful, you're disgusting. You do not represent the rest of the United States when it comes to law enforcement and official capacity roles. You just don't. And if you do, this country is in a world of shit. It really is. I would like to think that with the new regime coming in, it's going to clean things up. But who knows? I hope. Do I think the FBI is going to get gutted? I do. I really do. So anybody relying up on any of the corrupt FBI agents, probably won't be around much longer for you to rely on. So again, this entire thing is it's taking root. It's spreading, it's spreading, it's spreading, and the base of this tree is starting to come out of the ground. And when it comes out, it's just going to come. I mean, it's going to come like a bolt of lightning. It's going to take root and just run. And there's all these people who are involved in this. I don't care how you feel about me. I think the community needs to know, some of the deficiencies or the lies or the discrepancies and this before just being forced into believing something that, quite frankly, is not the truth, and you know it. And I hope people look at you in shame. I hope people look at you funny and whisper behind your back. I hope you feel uncomfortable when you go into public, because you should. You absolutely should. So, but if you don't, that just goes to show that you have no conscience, and God will deal with you. Um, but again, the big question: why would Detective Riley accept two liars on polygraphs? People say, "Well, polygraphs aren't always accurate." Well, they were given the opportunity to take it again, and they refused. In fact, there were some people that got gathered together and presented it to them as of recent and offered to pay. They refused. So, I mean, okay. So, something about those polygraphs. What a lot of people, what you need to know. If you got two people being asked about the same event, um, yeah. So, and one is inconclusive and one was an outright lie. It was outright lied, and this is per the state of Ohio. That's a problem. You're not going to go back and retake it and do any better. You're not, because two people didn't do so hot. But then, I mean, if you, and again, guys, you really got to go in and look at this. Look at the questions that were being asked of these people. It's absolutely hilarious. It's hilarious. It really is. I mean, what the hell? Ask two or three questions of people that are suspected at the time. It's being treated as a homicide, as Mr. Wayne described to the news outlets. And you only ask those people a few questions, and then once their polygraphs are come back and you find they lie, all of a sudden Miss Pitzer's biological evidence is then destroyed. Her clothing. Well, that's illegal. That doesn't belong to you. And the people at the funeral home said, "Oh, it began to stink." No, it didn't. No, it didn't. There are ways. I mean, if that's the way you treat people's belongings after losing after losing a loved one, you guys are garbage, and I hope no one ever comes back to you again. And I'm going to look through this file again and get the name of the funeral home, and I'm going to blast you. I'm going to put your ass on blast. I'm going to name you by name, because if that was my loved one's belongings, things would have been different. I promise you, I would have gone to jail for 30 days to 6 months for assault. I would have. It's just a fact. I'm just being honest, because if some piece of shit took my loved one's belonging, who was no longer with me, and this made the decision to destroy them, yeah, I'm kicking somebody's ass. That's just bottom line. Probably me and half my family is going to be kicking your ass and not caring about the consequences, because that's just how some people are with their families. And the idea that you did it to a man who's handicapped, and I mean, that's his family and his children. They're the woman's children, who potentially probably wanted her belongings. Well, you stripped that from them. You took that from them. What garbage? What? You're not professionals. But let me go back to this. That clothing was at once considered evidence. The idea that clothing was sent back in anything other than a sealed container, a sealed bag, evidence bag, yeah, it was. It was. Um, I can't imagine it not being. And if it was, then Montgomery County Crime Lab, you guys are shitbags. Which I don't think, the person who's just uh, taking in evidence would think not to put that in something sealed because of the very idea of the condition that it was in. So, and let's think, how many days had passed? I mean, if it wasn't, you would think, why are these things not dry yet? I don't know. I can go dip my shirt under the sink, take it out, let it sit for a few days, week. Eventually, it's going to dry. I don't know. But the bottom line is, it was more than likely in a sealed bag, and there would be no smell. But then if it was smelling, you could have taken it upon yourself to put it in a fucking trash bag and tied a knot in it and squeezed all the air out of it and then prevented the smell that way. But no, it was convenient to destroy, wouldn't it? Because what else could have been found on that funeral home? What else could have been found on that in that clothing? Semen specimen? See, you robbed. This family has been robbed from so many avenues and so much evidence that's been taken from them. Rape kit ordered destroyed by the not so honorable Judge Ruddick during the investigation of who? Mr. Riley. Imagine that. I wonder. Well, I can't imagine. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Miss Miss Allison's rape kit wasn't tested for 10 years, guys. 10 years. Wonder why. What's going on? Wilmington PD, Wilmington, Ohio 45177, Clinton County Sheriff's Department. What's going on with that? Do you guys really want to know the truth, or do you potentially know the truth going in and you're protecting someone or preventing someone from prosecution? Because there's a lot of things here. Is it stupidity? There's a chance that could be it too. Being inept. I doubt it though. I doubt it. I think it's intentional. That's what I believe. Because there's just too many things, too many things that you just can't wrap your minds around, other than intentional destruction of evidence. That way, hey, doesn't exist, can't test it. Doesn't exist, can't test it. Not document it, can't use it. Right? Right, Clinton County, Wilmington, Ohio, right? How many times have you done this? How many loved ones has suffered the same fate as Casey and her family? How many deceased people that have possibly been murdered have just been cast away and gone, and now their murderers are probably just walking the streets? How many rapists have you allowed to go free just to walk the streets that should have been charged by BCI recommendation with 6 criminal charges? How many people have you done that to because of who they were? One of these days, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to fuck up, and it's going to be the wrong family involved, and shit will hit the fan, because there are people out there that simply won't accept that shit and don't care, and they will protect their families with their lives and their honor. But I think God is playing this the way He wanted it to be. I think God has brought myself and Daryl and Mr. Pitzer together, and Spencer and others that have been looking into this and reading into it. I honestly believe that. And now the podcasters, it's spreading, ladies and gentlemen. It's spreading. It really is. Just like we'd planned, and that's hey, nothing wrong with providing the evidence and letting people decide for themselves. Again, you bring it upon yourselves. You simply do. When you hire people just because of who they are, or who they know, or who you know, and you enable them when they fuck up and you don't fix it or fire them. Oh, No, let's not do that. Nothing can go on the record about this baby boy. No, you can't do that. Really? Hmm. I can't wait to get the full story about the little thing that happened down at the river where somebody allegedly walked all the way home, and that involved a young boy. I can't wait to get that one. But bet your ass, the truth is going to be told about that one too. So if you're out there sniveling and wondering about what else is coming, and bet you would not believe the shit that's being saved back. You wouldn't. You won't. But you will. I guarantee you that. You don't live, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60 years in a community and think that people aren't watching and documenting every fucking thing that you do. You can't, I mean, really. So, um, anyway, simplify and God bless. Continue praying for Mr. Pitzer and justice. Um, yeah. Have a happy Friday.